So here's a question I get a lot. Who should read my books? You know, they say you can judge a book by its cover, and I think for the most part, you can judge my books by their cover. You can pretty much tell that my books are going to be sweet and swoony and, you know, on the cleaner side of the romance spectrum. And normally I say women over 40 are the ones who typically read my books. But I have readers in their 20s and some in their teens that also read my books. So let's not break it down by age necessarily, because I have characters in my books that are teenagers up into their 80s. So I have a very wide range. And my older characters don't just get little side parts, they get their own storylines. For instance, Dixie, who's in her 70s and she's in my South Carolina Sunsets series. Everybody loves Dixie. She is a spitfire. And then there's Geneva, who's also in her 70s, and she's in my Jubilee series. And she's the wise, cracking, wise older woman in town that takes people on nature hikes and knows everything about the town. And then there's Eloise, who's also in the story. And then there's Clemmy, who's in that story in her 60s. So I have women in every age range you can imagine, every stage of life. And so I don't necessarily limit that. So here's how you know if you want to read my books. Do you like small town? Do you like Southern? Because I only write Southern. Do you like settings at the beach or in the mountains? Nowhere in between, just the beach or the mountains. Do you like stories that are kind of Hallmarkish, but more like plots that would really happen and are not wrapped up in one little, chapter? Do you like clean or closed door romance, which means there are no body parts flapping around there on the page? Do you like books that don't have foul language, so you don't have to worry about a, F-bomb dropping? And listen, no shade to anybody who wants to read stuff that has F-bombs and body parts flapping around. That's fine. You do you. This is just what I write. So anyway, if those are your kind of books, small town, heartwarming, escapes, where you just feel like you know all the characters like they're family and friends, or maybe better than your family and friends, then those are the kind of books I write, and I have over 45 of them ready for you. I think I'll link one of my bundles down here so that you can check it out.